March 31st, 2026, 4 in the morning. While the world was sleeping, one developer pushed one update to one package on NPM. In that update, accidentally bundled inside was the complete source code of one of the most valuable AI products ever built, 512,000 lines, 1,906 files, every secret Anthropic had. Within 4 hours, 34 million people knew about it. Within 2 hours, it had spread to thousands of machines worldwide. Within minutes, it was already too late. Anthropic, the most safety-obsessed AI company on the planet, had just handed their entire playbook to the world. Or did they? Here is exactly what happened. On March 31st, 2026, at approximately 4 in the morning UTC, Anthropic's engineering team pushed a routine update to Claude Code, version February 1st, 88. Nothing unusual, happens every few days, but this update contained a mistake so small, so technically mundane, that most developers would never catch it. Buried inside the package was a file called cli.js.map, 59.8 megabytes. A source map file. Source maps are debugging tools. They are strictly internal. They exist so developers can trace errors back to the original readable code. They are never, under any circumstances, supposed to ship to users. But it did, and inside that 59.8 megabyte file was a URL, a direct link to Anthropic's own cloud storage, pointing to a zip archive containing the complete, unobfuscated TypeScript source code, 512,000 lines, 1,906 files, everything, and the cloud storage bucket, publicly accessible, no password, no authentication, nothing. Anyone who hit that URL downloaded everything. Now let me take you through exactly what happened, minute by minute. 4 in the morning, the package goes live on NPM, the source map is in there. The R2 bucket is open. Nobody at Anthropic knows yet. 4:05. A security researcher's automated monitoring system fires an alert. New version of Claude Code. Something's different. He wakes up. 4:10. He runs a package diff, a tool that shows exactly what changed between versions. Previous version, no map file. This version, 59.8 megabytes, suddenly appeared. 4:15, he opens the file, sees complete TypeScript source code, finds the R2 bucket URL embedded inside. 4:18, he hits the URL. The full zip archive downloads. Confirmed, Anthropic's complete source code. Sitting there, open to the entire world. 4:23 UTC, he tweets, one sentence, one download link, 34 million people would eventually see it. 4:30, the first GitHub mirrors appear. Developers downloading, archiving, backing up everywhere. 5 o'clock, repositories multiplying faster than anyone can count, stars accumulating, forks spreading, the code moving faster than any DMCA could ever follow. 6 o'clock, the fastest growing GitHub repository in history hits 50,000 stars in under 2 hours. 41,500 forks already created. 8 o'clock UTC. 4 hours after the package went live, Anthropic finally pulls it from NPM. 4 hours. That's all it took. The most sensitive code base in AI. 4 hours in the open. And by the time they pulled it, it was already everywhere. The speed at which the developer community moved was unlike anything seen before in open source history. The moment that tweet went out at 4:23, it was like a starting gun for thousands of developers worldwide. Developers in the US woke up to buzzing phones. Developers in Europe were starting their morning and stopped everything. Developers in Asia were mid-afternoon and dropped what they were doing. One developer in Korea woke up at 4 a.m. to his phone exploding with notifications. His girlfriend was worried he would face legal action just for having the code on his machine. He archived the entire code base to GitHub anyway. That repository became the fastest growing in GitHub history. 50,000 stars. Under 2 hours, developers weren't just downloading, they were reading, analyzing, publishing findings in real time. Someone built an entire website, ccunpacked.dev, specifically to browse the code. And Elon Musk, he retweeted a post saying Anthropic was now more open than OpenAI and commented, "That's amazing for Anthropic, a company preparing for an IPO, a company whose entire brand is built on trust. This wasn't just embarrassing. Every minute the code stayed public was a strategic catastrophe." Anthropic's response made everything worse. Their first move, instead of immediately unpublishing the package, they marked it as deprecated. A deprecated flag is a warning message. It doesn't remove the package. It doesn't stop downloads. It just adds a note saying, "This version is not recommended." In a crisis of this magnitude, a deprecated flag is the equivalent of discovering your house is on fire and responding by putting up a no smoking sign. Then came the DMCA offensive. Anthropic began filing takedown notices across GitHub, and they overshot dramatically. Their initial wave of DMCA requests accidentally targeted over 8,000 repositories, the vast majority of which had nothing to do with the leaked code. Legitimate open source projects, innocent developers, all hit with legal notices. The community exploded with anger. Anthropic eventually retracted most of those notices. Their official statement: human error during the packaging process, not a security breach, no user data or credentials were leaked. Boris Cherny, head of Claude Code, confirmed it was a quote, "plain developer error." 2 words, plain developer error, for a company built on safety-first engineering. Plain developer error. So right now, you might be wondering, can I still find it? Is it still out there? Here's the honest answer. On NPM, the package v2 1.88 is gone, pulled. If you try to install that specific version today, you can't. The page still exists, but the leaked version is no longer accessible. On GitHub, the major mirrors were taken down via DMCA. The Korean developers repository gone, most of the direct forks gone, but the internet doesn't forget. On decentralized platforms specifically designed to resist DMCA takedowns, the code still exists. Maintainers posted publicly, "This will never be taken down." Anthropic cannot reach them. The Python clean room rewrite, still live, a developer rewrote the entire codebase from scratch in Python. That is a new creative work, legally untouchable. Anthropic cannot DMCA a rewrite. ccunpacked.dev was live at the time of recording. And most importantly, every developer who ran npm install on March 31st between 4 AM and 8 AM UTC has the complete source code sitting in their node_modules folder, on their hard drive, on their laptop, in their office machine. Anthropic cannot reach there. DMCA cannot reach there. Nothing can reach there. The code is permanently and irrevocably distributed. You cannot unring this bell. But who actually found this? And how did one person catch what an entire company missed? 4:23 in the morning, UTC. While Anthropic's engineers were asleep, one tweet went out. One sentence. One download link. Claude Code, source code, has been leaked via a map file in their npm registry. That was it. No explanation, no analysis, no build-up, just a fact and a link to the entire thing. Within minutes, the tweet was spreading faster than anyone could track. By the time most people in Silicon Valley woke up, 34 million people had already seen it. Elon Musk commented, "That's amazing." Those 2 words alone drove millions of additional views. The man behind the tweet? A Chinese security researcher who lists his job as full-time LARPing on Twitter. His name is Chaofan Shou, and he is very, very good at what he does. Chaofan Shou is the co-founder and CTO of Fuzzland, a Web3 security company that has helped recover more than $30 million in hacker losses and protects over $5 billion in digital assets. Fuzzland was acquired by Solawyer. Between 2020 and 2022, Shou won $1.9 million in bug bounties from Twitter, Baidu, and others. He had previously found a major vulnerability in Devon.ai. He was already specifically watching the AI coding tool space when March 31st happened. He was watching, he was ready, and when V2 1.88 went live at 4 a.m., his systems caught it within minutes. Security researchers like Shou don't wait for leaks. They run automated monitoring tools that watch NPM in real time. Claude Code was absolutely on his watch list, from alert to confirmation under 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's how long it took one person to find what an entire engineering team missed. But here's the question nobody is asking loudly enough. Shou tweeted at 4:23. The package went live at 4 o'clock. That is a 23-minute gap. 23 minutes where the package was live, the source map was downloadable, the R2 bucket was open, and nobody had said a word publicly. Shou was not necessarily the first to find it. Security researchers monitor NPM, but so do competitors, nation-state actors, hackers building malware. All of them run the same tools. All of them could have hit that URL and said absolutely nothing. The uncomfortable truth is, we only know about the people who went public. The 23-minute silent window is the most important detail in this entire story, and we will never know what happened in it.